I have just been having trouble today with recording things. Okay, I'll go through my spiel again. It's Chrissy here from Footprint Tarot. Welcome to any new viewers. I try and be fair and biased, but I don't like Trump. I don't like his administration. I don't like so many characters that are involved in it, and I'm not going to pretend to, but I try and keep that out and be fair and balanced in my reading. I don't get gleeful, or try not to gloat if something comes out. But the truth about a person often comes out in the cards, and the truth about a lot of these people is not very nice. So if you're a big fan of Trump and you only want to hear good about him, you may as well move on and not bother with this channel. Okay, that said, some readers have a deck that they use for when they think that somebody's been particularly vile and nasty, and they have a special deck for that. I don't. The closest I have to a deck that I use for not the nicest people is this, and it's the Neo Tarot, and it's not because it's a horrible deck. It is a beautiful deck. It is a lovely deck. I love the artwork, but there are some things about it that many of the figures appear androgynous or a mix or hermaphroditic in some cases. Almost all of the figures, they're pretty well expressionless. Their faces all have, most of them have no expression on them, the way they're drawn. And that reminds me of androids, almost, people going through the motions of being human without actually being human. And the other thing is the muted colours. I love the colours. They are gorgeous. I love colour, I love bright, I love muted, I love soft, I love I'm not a big fan of pastels, but I do like the muted and toned down things. So I use this deck when I'm dealing with someone I feel who is just pretending to be a human being, I guess, like Jared Kushner, or someone who I feel needs to be, they need to tone it down a bit, and they need to have some of their shine and brightness scrubbed off with a scourer, and that's the case. Somebody who needs to be muted, and that's the case with the gentleman I'm talking about today, and that is the representative for the 1st District of Florida, the right I'm not going to say honourable the right tosserable, I guess. I try not to be nasty, but I do honestly do not like this person at all. Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is a nasty piece of work. And anyway, earlier this year he sent a threatening tweet to Michael Cohen, and he's been called up by the Ethics Committee in Congress to answer questions about this tweet, and to answer to charges of witness tampering or whatever, ethical concerns. And he said he's not going to go. I don't have to go. Yes, buddy boy, you do. And he is also, he's a lawyer. But he is also under, because the tweet he sent is paramount to witness tampering, he's also facing disbarment in Florida. So he's got to face charges in Florida, and I think show causeway shouldn't be disbarred. And yeah, so I'm going to do an overview spread with him. You've seen me do it before when I do check-ins, just to see what's happening at the moment, what's influencing the situation and everything, and what's his immediate future, and the next step is for Matthew T. Gaetz. And I've added the T for tosser, which is an English term. Yeah, so I'm Australian, if you don't know. I live in Western Australia. So anyway, at the bottom of the reading is the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, he's sitting so pretty. Isn't he a pretty boy? He is. I don't have to answer to anyone. I'm autonomous in my own power. I'm sitting pretty. Daddy got me off so much when I was younger, and now because I am who I am, I don't have to answer to anybody. That's his attitude. Okay. I'm gonna go. The situation at hand. The Eight of Wands. He's got a lot coming at him really quickly, and I'm not sure he's prepared for any of it. I will be doing some clarifiers using my favourite clarification cards, the Unvarnished and Blunt Truth deck. So, yeah. So he's got a lot coming at him really quickly. I don't think he's prepared for what he's got coming at him. Current influences on the situation. Oh, surprise, surprise, it's judgment. People are judging him for his actions, and so they should. You do not send a witness who is testifying in Congress texts like he sent him. It was threatening, it was malicious, and there was only one goal behind that text, and that was to try and make Michael Cohen, to try and scare Michael Cohen into keeping his mouth shut. Over the situation, the Queen of Pentacles. I'm not quite sure what this could be. People keeping a lid on their emotions with regard to him. It could be him trying to keep a lid on his emotions. He's a bit of a firebrand. He's a bit of a, come on, I'll take you on. So, oh, this is the Queen of Pentacles. I am really sorry. I was thinking the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I think a lot of people think this is Rebecca Mercer. Could be in this case. She could be one of his donors. And the stories of her backing off from people. So perhaps he could be in danger of losing her as a donor. I don't know if she is one of his donors, but quite likely. And if she is, could be in danger of losing her. And we'll do some more clarification on that later. In his near future, almost immediate future, oh, it is the Four of Pentacles. He's going to have to try and hang on. Hang on to his resources. Hang on to his stability, because he's in for a bumpy ride. Hang in there. That's what he's going to have to try and do. And try and not say anything. Keeping things close to his chest. That's another meaning of this thing. Keeping your secrets close to your chest. He's going to have to try and keep his mouth shut and just hang in there. And hang on to the power he has. Which I don't think is, well, overall, he's got some. He's a representative, but underneath it all. Now, people who've seen my readings with this spread before knows that this top card above is what you do want to think about. And he wants to think about money and his donors, especially one particular donor. What he doesn't want to think about underneath it all, and what he doesn't want to think about is the Four of Cups. Being made an offer that he doesn't want to know about. And that's interesting. He doesn't want to think about it, the offer that he's been made. So it'd be interesting to find out a little bit more about that. In his recent past, we haven't really heard much from him until this call to come to his he's popped up now and then, but he's pretty much kept himself to himself since he did the big gaffe, but now he's starting to open his big yapping mouth again. And he's shining a light, and in his recent past, he started to shine a light. He's been staying away, but now he started to shine a light. And by refusing to go in and do it nicely and quietly, he's just started shining a light on his own behaviour and probably shining a light on things he doesn't want people to see. I don't think he's the greatest of strategic thinkers. What's the next step for Matthew? He's going to be having a bit of a rocky time. A bit of a rocky transition. A rocky transition from what, I wonder? Look, he could lose his license to practice law. In fact, I hope he does. He shouldn't have one, considering what he's done and the abuse of power he's engaged in with his position as a congressman. He's going to find the next few months really, really rocky. It's going to be a rough journey for him. So let's have a look at some clarifiers, shall we? And we shall the blunt truth. That is what these cards are for me. I love them for that. It just spells it out pretty plainly. I love interpreting the way other cards, different decks have been put together, and the imagery and the iconography in different decks. But what I love about these is, apart from the court cards and the arcanas, all the rest is it's just straight up there. This is what it's about, And even the different court cards, they're all the same for the different, apart from the insignia for the different deck. They're all the same. So, anyway, one more shuffle. What's on the bottom? The Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is... Actually, don't get the Eight of... Oh, walking away. Having to walk away. Ooh. I think this dude is in big trouble. Let's do card 1. Clarify that a bit. Oh, the Seven of Pentacles. Reap what you sow, buddy. Reap what you sow. That's my saying for that card in most cases. It can be assessing what you've done, but if you've been a naughty person, if you've been a bad boy, you reap what you sow. Have a look at the Hermit card. His recent past. 3 of Cups. He's been overindulging. This isn't about celebration and circles of support in this instance. It's about him overindulging. I'm wondering if he's been finding ways to cope with these problems that aren't exactly healthy. Drink or something else. Let's find out a little bit more about the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to ask her straight out. It's the Queen of Pentacles here. Is that Rebecca Mercer? King of Swords. Where's my yes/no cards? Maybe. Could be Rebecca Mercer. Okay. Rebecca Mercer. is said to be backing away from Trump. She's backing away from Trump, and maybe she'll be backing away. I'll do another card there. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. She wants her legacy to be not be tarnished. Whatever her legacy is, has already been pretty tarnished. She wants what she's built with her money to be untarnished. Let's have a look at what he's clinging to here. Well, apart from power. He wants to... Okay, now that's interesting. The 9 of Queens. 9 of Pentacles. What he's trying to cling to is his autonomy and his power. So, doesn't want to think about the offer that has been given. Let's have a bit of clarification of that. The Queen of Pentacles again. Queen of Pentacles is a resourceful lady. I think this is a different woman. I think it could be Nancy Pelosi. And let's have a look at the last card, the next step for Matt Gaetz. The 9 of Cups. Wishes. He's in for a journey, a rough journey, and he's wishing or hoping. Again, the other thing the 9 of Cups can be indicate is, again, as with 3 of Cups, overindulgence. Overindulgence. So one more, look at one more. And the 2 of Wands. Looking and planning. I think he's planning. Well, he's planning. I don't know what he's planning, but he's thinking of doing something that involves dirty money that he hopes and wishes is going to get his ass out of the difficult journey. I think that's, and he's going to overindulge in something while he's at it. He was done for DUI, but his dad got him off. So he's obviously had some problems with overindulgence in the past. I don't think they've gone away. I think they've gotten stronger. That young man is in for a big wake-up call. Anyway, thank you very much. Please remember to like and subscribe. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.